All right, so let's just sit up together for just one moment. And I'm going to cross at my shin bones. I'm going to take a deep breath, and as I inhale, I'm just going to start to imagine where my body is in space. So you can inhale, and just with your mind, you don't have to move anything, just find your feet. Check in on your feet. And we'll find our ankles. And then we're going to find our just the where our femur bones are sitting in our hip sockets, that relationship between our hips and our knees. Just breathe into that. Where is there space? Where is there tightness? Just to notice, observe. Where are your ribs? Your heart, your lungs. And then start paying attention to this relationship between your head and your tailbone. So you don't have to change anything, do anything super drastic, but just maybe feel and see, where is your head, where's your tail? And can we make a little space between the head and the tail as the shoulders begin to melt away out of the ears? As the shoulder blades begin to widen across your back. I'm feeling the chest, heart, and lungs opening up. A little softness around the eyes and around the ears. And just take another inhale or exhale to connect deeply to all those sensations in the body. And when you feel ready, begin to move your head forward and then feel yourself sit up nice and tall. So make this a really gentle movement. Your head can come forward, your tailbone can move back. And then when and as you feel ready, you'll exhale and move yourself up a little bit taller. Inhale, take your sternum forward, your tailbone back, and then exhale up. Good. Try that just a couple more times. And then from here, again, just take a breath or two to reconnect. So that long spine. And then I'm going to exhale and begin to just move my rib cages a little bit side to side. So imagine you're stretching and making some space in your hips as you travel one way, then the other. And then we're going to follow that. So as your ribs move to one side of your head and your shoulder come together, feel the opposite side stretch. So I'll inhale. Now I'm moving towards my left, and I'm going to let my head and shoulder come up together. Inhale, move over to the side, let the neck stretch. Good, one more time. And then I'm going to leave my hands at my shins, but press in just a little bit and twist and look back over one shoulder. Inhale, push in with the hands, feel the shoulder blades drop, and look over the opposite shoulder. Inhale and exhale, twist. Inhale and exhale, twist. So now change the cross of your hands and inhale, let your sternum move forward, and then exhale, push back, let the shoulder blades move apart. And then we'll inhale, come, stretch, reach forward, moving out with the elbows, and then exhale, stretch, reaching back. Let's try this one more time. Inhaling, coming forward, stretching through the front of the throat, and exhale, moving back. Good. Let's inhale now. Sit up nice and tall and take the arms. And with your arms, begin just reaching out. Inhale, so the thumbs pull into the sides of the body, and then exhale, take the arms and move them wide. And deep breaths, pushing just whatever we might have sitting on our chests. Reach it out and away from you. Good. We'll reverse that push and extend through the fingertips. Good. Let's pause with the arms out into a T shape and bring your fingertips underneath you towards your armpits. Good. Now bring the fingertips up towards your shoulders. Good. Now let's curl in at the arms and then reach out and away. Curl in with the fingers, reach out, let the fingertips fold underneath you, pulling in and reaching away one last time. And from here, I'm going to leave my fingertips on my shoulders and just circle. Good. And then pull the elbows down and take a chin over one shoulder, chin over the other shoulder. Good. So check the neck. Good. Pause here in the center, opposite hand to ear. Reach and make some space in that shoulder. Good. Inhale, fingertips right back in, and exhale. Try that stretch on the other side. Inhale, right back up. Right hand, left knee. Left hand wraps behind the back. And a big twist all the way behind you. Inhale, return the fingertips here to your shoulders for a moment. And exhale, twist from that tall place, from an open chest, wrapping the arm behind you. Couple deep breaths, growing your spine. Good, let's inhale, take the two arms out. And then I'm going to bring my right hand down and my left hand to my hip and or to my ankle, and just stretch the leg behind me. Good, I'm going to set that leg down and reach that same arm away. Inhale up and then reach away. So I'll inhale, come up, and exhale, reach away. Inhale, come up. Exhale, reach away. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, reach. I'm going to take opposite hand to knee and move my hand behind my head to open up the chest. Good. Take that hand that was behind the head and reach it out. Come stretch over the hip. Good. And again, chin over one shoulder, chin over the other shoulder. Good. Inhale and exhale. Now reach towards your back leg. And then inhale, open to arms. Reach, lift the hips. Good, let the hips move down. Let the forearms float in and stretch. Good, and then from there we'll push and lift up. The back leg, we'll pull it in. And then exhale, come onto the opposite side, hand to ankle. Stretch and reach the leg behind you. And exhale, release, stretch towards the leg. Inhale, will come all the way up. Stretch, reach towards your back leg. And again, make space in the neck by lowering your head. And inhale, coming, letting the fingertips now float behind you. Lift the hips tall, nice and high. And exhale, lower all of that down. And again, the chest will open. And then I'm going to exhale, come up You'll have to excuse me for one moment. I've got to go check something in the kitchen. Can everybody bring your head down into a little Baddha Konasana? Take big deep breaths there. I'll be back in one moment. Good. So from this Baddha Konasana, let's go ahead, inhale, sweep, and take the arms up. And I want you to make a little triangle out of your index finger and your thumbs. And sweep, take your arms forward and back. So it's almost framing your face here. Good. Arms come up and reaching out. Good. So now take the arms overhead, and then we'll let the elbows move out and wide. So you'll open and release, open and release. So sort of giving yourself like little horns here. Good. And then we'll exhale, sweep the arms out, take your right leg, and then we're going to rock and roll just a couple of times here. So towards your leg and then reaching away. So I'm going to let my rib cage come over. Good. And let the hips kind of settle and ground, get a stretch in the inner thigh. Right hand is going to come to the outside of my left hip, and I'm going to come reach towards this leg. Good. Let's exhale, sweep, and come around to the opposite side. Good. And now I'm going to fold towards this leg, bend my back knee, and rock my hips just a little bit forward and back. Good. So making space, making sure you've got space in between the shoulder blades as the head comes down. So you feel a real stretch between the shoulder blades and the spine. Good. And then I'll inhale, sweep my two arms back up. Soles of the feet together. Take another little Baddha Konasana. Come stretch towards your feet. And let the low back just melt. Doesn't matter if it's perfectly long. Just let that part of you soften. And then I'm going to exhale, sit up once again. Allow the opposite leg to extend. Good. So I'll just reach towards the leg and up. Reach towards the leg and up. Good. So feeling the arms connecting to your latissimus muscles as you reach. Good. And I'll take that one more time. And then exhale, bring my hand. So I'm kind of pushing back with this hand, creating a little resistance as I stretch towards my extended leg. And inhale and exhale, reach away from that leg. So we really feel the chest opening up. Now I'm going to fold my back leg in and rock and roll through the hips. Good. And then exhale, sweeping, taking the two arms right back up, soles of the feet together. Baddha Konasana. From here, inhale and exhale, hands move behind the head. So you kind of got a mirroring with your, and we'll feel the shoulder blades connecting down the back. Leave the hands behind the head, feel it nice and long, and then open the legs out just wherever it is they go. And once again, we'll try that little rocking action. And then we're going to anchor the sitting bones and rock the spine side to side. Inhale, sitting tall, and exhale, coming over. Beautiful, everybody. And then from here, I'm going to take my arms up, cross at the elbow, and create a little pull. So inhale and exhale, And the arms kind of sweep over my body. Inhale, center, and exhale, finding that pull. I'm going to now pause, reach 2 arms up towards my right leg, and come down. Good. So as you stretch your torso towards your right leg, reach your left leg away from you. And then we'll open up towards so that chest comes towards the sky. Good. I'll exhale, sweep right back up, and then once again, crossing my body. Good. Feeling that release. And then before we do the other side, I just want to add on. So let your head go opposite your arms. Inhale and exhale. Let that gaze go the other way. And there's some good things happening in my neck. And now let the arms go one way and the ear lowers down. Inhale and exhale. Oof. Hello. Fascial release. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. And now I'm going to pull my whole body towards my left leg, really anchor the right leg, and come float. That right arm, inside arm reaches up. And exhale, we'll sit nice and tall and then perhaps slide the feet together and come stretch over your 2 legs. So I've crossed at my wrists and I'm going to pull back. And I'll push my wrists into one another as I come sit tall. Change the cross. Inhale. And exhale, come float down. So pulling back with the arms. Inhale, push down with the legs to bring yourself up. Take the right leg over the left and your arms crossed. You can change. So let's go ahead and have your left arm crossed over the right and reach over the body. Let the head go completely. And then we'll inhale, sit up, fold at the knee, and come across the body. Chin can move over the back shoulder. And now I'm going to take my palms right back the way they were. Lift the arms, extend the leg, cross the left leg over, and now change the cross of the arms. Come across the body so the hands now move to the outside of your top leg. And then squeeze into the center, pull down to lift up. And then exhale, continue the twist. Open your chest. The arms can cross right back as they were. Inhale and exhale. Just open the legs once again. And we'll take your right legs. I'm going to move back toward it and start to move myself this way. So I'll move towards my legs now and pull my shoulder blades together. Reach one arm forward, reach one arm back. Inhale and exhale. Create the reach. Inhale and exhale. Reach. Inhale. Exhale. Reach. Inhale and exhale. Reach. One more. Good. So with your right arm back, circle the wrists. Good. And then circle the wrists the other way. Good. Exhale, change the position of the two hands. Circle the wrists. And circle the other way. Inhale, take two arms up. And then exhale, find the hands behind the legs. And we're just going to slowly, slowly begin to lower all the way down to the mat. Go ahead, pause here on the floor for just a moment. And we'll begin this practice being on the floor by lifting just opposite arm and leg. So let them come up and then float down. And let them rise up and lower together. So arm comes to your side. And you just feel that connection to your hands and your feet. We'll go ahead and pause with your right arm, left leg in the air. Reach them away and pull back. Reach away and pull back. Reach away and pull back. Reach away, pulling back. And now let's pause with the two limbs in, and then we're going to open and close. Reach them open and close. Reach them open and close. Reach them open and close. Now we'll circle the limbs. The arm moves in the opposite direction as the leg. Good. And then we're going to reverse that. Just let them circle in now towards the body. Good. Go ahead. Exhale. Release those limbs down. And now the right arm, left leg, reach out and back in. Reach out. So arm alongside the ear, knee extending out and in, reaching out and in, out and in. Good. So now we'll lightly open and close the limbs. Open. So really watch that connection into the hip, into the pelvis. Good. And then from here, let's circle the limbs. Arm moving out, leg moving out. And then circle them in back towards the body. Good. Lightly set the arm and leg down. And now let the right leg come up and then the left. So just feel this light little zippering movement into your center as the toes float down and then up. And now let the heels move into the floor, just down and up. And now let only the balls of the feet touch the floor. And just feel that connection all the way. And now pause with your right foot just above the floor. Tap the toes, tap the ball of the foot, tap the heel. Good. Exhale, lift. Left toes come down, tap the toes, tap the ball of the foot, tap the heel. Good. Now 2 feet come down. 2 arms pull up alongside the ears, and then you'll exhale, lift the pelvis high. The arms come down. We'll try this a few times. So inhale. And exhale, gently lift the pelvis as the arms pull down along your sides. Really feel the spine floating down and up from the floor. Articulating each vertebra. Good. And then let's go ahead, pause with your pelvis in the air, push more deeply with the feet and pull the palms underneath you. Breathe. The arm bones can press in as the chest lifts. And then we'll exhale, release that, bring the right knee in, extend the left leg out. And then we'll just lightly change and change. You're just carving space here. Feeling your belly connect strongly to your legs. The toes can point. Good. And then we're going to pause with the right leg extended, flex your feet, and lightly just bicycle the legs in the hip socket. And bicycle the other way. And then let's pause with your left foot on the floor. Hands can move to the right leg. And exhale, lift up. So looking at your belly button, just stretch here for a moment. Hold the tailbone down and feel the belly engaged, connected. And then from here, take your left hand to the left thigh. Open the hips as your head comes down. And again, you can take your chin over one shoulder, maybe over the other. Okay, we're massaging the back of the neck. Open the arms out into T shape and then take the right leg over to the left thigh and take your gaze towards your right hand. We'll exhale, open back out, right foot comes down, left leg lifts, two arms here to the leg, breathe. Good, and then I'm gonna exhale, slowly let that come down. Right hand moves to my right thigh, left hand stays at the left shin. Just letting the hip open. And I'm going to open my arms to a T shape and take my left leg to the outside of my right thigh. Gaze towards my left hand. And then from here, I'll exhale, bring all that back, bring my knees over my chest. Stretch the arms up. Press the thumbs for a moment into the floor and then extend the two legs and take 5 breaths, spreading out the toes. Good. Exhale, draw the knees in over the chest, clasp the arms around the legs, breathe. Pulling the tailbone down. Good. Exhale, release the head. Press the palms into each other. Right hand over the left. Now cross the left ankle over the right. Reach out and breathe. Good. Lifting up once again. Take the hands to the ankles. Lower the head. Rock the hips. The arms back together. Change the cross of the hands. Change the cross of the feet. Inhale. And exhale, reaching out. This time you could lift your head as well. Good. Exhale, release the head. Take the hands to the feet and rock. Now this time, fingers here, first 2 fingers to your big toe base joint. Extend and reach the leg away from you as the shoulder blade glides down the back. Reach the heel to the sky and the head away from the tail. Open the 2 legs to the side. Good. Inhale, bringing the legs back up. Now let the right leg cross the midline, stretch. Fold the knee in. Knee moves all the way to the left and your gaze moves to the right. Your arms can travel up now alongside the ears. And I'm going to pull my right hand with my left side. And reach my tailbone towards that bottom heel. Exhale, we'll open the arms back out. Unfold the legs, right leg down. First two fingers to your big toe. And exhale, you can lift up this time. So reach the heel towards the sky without hyperextending the knee. And soften with the elbow. Now exhale, open the head, open the leg and reach the right leg out, finding a T shape through the arms. Exhale, lifting the leg back up. You can let the leg cross the midline of the body. Find release where there can be release. So maybe through your left fingertips. Still grow that relationship between the head and the tail. Now I'll plant the foot down and let the knees travel over to the right, gaze to the left. The arms can pull up. Now with the right hand, I might pull the left wrist. And from here, I'm just gonna let my 2 feet come next to each other once again. Lift the pelvis in the air, palms pull back underneath me. Get another big, deep stretch. If you feel really firm and anchored, raise the right leg and breathe. Exhale, allow that leg to come down. If you're feeling strong and anchored, lift the left leg up and breathe. And we'll exhale, release that leg down. Lift the 2 hips high. Float the 2 arms out. And the legs float up, arms behind the legs. Let the tailbone float in the air. Soften through the knees. And then the legs can move back down. Feet into the floor, soles of the feet together, open. Lift the hips and pelvis once again, big stretch. The pelvis will move to the floor, legs float up, take the hands to the outsides of the ankles and reaching over. As much as it feels comfortable, you can apply a little pressure. You could even, once again, cross the hands. Just make sure you change the cross. Exhale, release the legs down and then come onto your side. Just with the top arm, create a little sweeping. And then let it circle the other way. Good, let the arm come down and lift the top leg, let it circle. And circle in the opposite direction. Good. Take your top hand, place it in the bottom hand, and then just stretch the top leg in the air. I'm going to fold now the arm behind the leg and let it stretch. Big, full, deep breaths. And now take the arm, fingers to the big toe, extend the bottom leg, stretch. And then once again, top hand to the bottom hand, top foot to the bottom thigh. Press in. And exhale. Take the knee forward and the arm back. We can now bend the bottom knee. Hand and foot move together and we'll open back up. Now that top arm's gonna move in front of your chest and we'll push up for a moment. So stretch here. And then slide top leg over the bottom leg, arms up. So start by just taking opposite arm and elbow here. And your chin can go one way then the other, down and up. And feel that place where your neck is released. Good. Take the right hand to your sacrum, left hand to the base of your neck. Good. And then you can walk the fingertips slightly more together. And then I'm going to take my left hand to the outside of my right leg and just come fold over for a moment. And then I'll finish this little sequence before we try it on the other side by just wrapping the right hand behind me, looking over the shoulder. And then bring the two hands to the outside of my bottom foot and unfold the legs. Come find myself moving onto the other side, starting with the knees bent. And starting with the top arm, just letting it circle a few times. And letting it travel in the opposite direction. And then bringing that top arm down, let the top leg circle. And circle the other way. Good, we'll pause. Top hand moves into the bottom hand, and then the top knee can extend. Just holding that leg in the air. I'll now take the top arm to the inside of the leg, apply some pressure, breathe. Top hand moves to the big toe. Pull in to stretch. And as your bottom leg says yes, you can extend it. We'll now let the foot Move towards the thigh, top arm to the bottom hand, and really stretch here. So when I say stretch, think about the tailbone moving towards the bottom foot, this hip opening completely. And now let the knee move down and the top arm move back. I'm now going to take my hand, top hand to bottom foot, and pull in and just stretch. And now the top hand moves just in front of the chest. Back knee bends. We'll pull up, just stretch the hips for a moment here. And then exhale to bring yourself up with the two legs crossed. Good. Take the arms overhead. Elbows pull right over the shoulders, chin over one shoulder, chin over the other shoulder. Letting the hips release into this pose. Left hand now moves behind you. Fingertips now move to the sacrum. And the top hand stays here, the base of the neck. Feel that relationship between the head and the tail continuing to grow. Maybe the hands walk closer together. Feeling the arms pull in. Moving the weight evenly. And now I'm going to let my two arms just come across me. So I've stretched out over my top leg. Pushing with the hands, finding yourself up, twist towards this leg, letting the arm wrap behind you. Good. Now I'm going to walk my fingertips. Let's actually go towards that top leg. And then exhale, just fold yourself. So now you've got a right angle between your calf and your thigh, and we're going to reach some weight back and stretch. From here, I'll walk the toes out and move my femur bone forward. I'm going to reach the arm of my front leg back behind me, opening the chest. And exhale, bring it in, walk my hips back, head comes down. Inhale, looking up once again, moving the hips a little forward. I'm going to come fold over and let myself just stretch towards this front leg. Good. Exhale. I'm going to open away from the screen and then pivot towards my opposite leg and come forward. So now take a second, just cat-cow your spine. Feeling yourself connect through your center. And then I'll let the opposite leg move in front. So now the right leg moves forward. I'll let my hips come to stretch. Opposite arm moves back. And exhale the hips. Now move back, stretching, extending the leg. Inhale, coming up, walking the foot to the outside, the opposite side of your mat. And then exhale, moving down low, stretching, getting a little pigeon here. And now I'm going to pull my two palms beneath me and curl the back toes under, lift the hips and find a down dog. Chin over one shoulder, chin over the other shoulder. Exhale, move the knees here into the floor. Cat cow. And now the forearms floating down. Press the forearms in to lift the hips up. I'm going to soften my two knees, let them move in, and let my hips move all the way into the floor. Press down with the palms. Chin over one shoulder, and back, chin over the other shoulder. And back, move the elbows wide, bend the knees, let the head rest in the floor. Push with the hands, head reaches towards the heels. Soles of the feet move together, knees move wide, stretching the hips. Exhale, pulling your two legs together once again. Lengthen the legs, pressing back with the arms. Lift all the way up. Right knee, left knee moving in. And we'll just take a little sternum reaches to the floor. I've got my left ear here in the floor. Inhale, move the hips forward, a stretch. Exhale, move back. And opposite ear. Inhale, coming forward, letting the hips melt. And then exhale, top of the head comes down. Two arms move together. A big stretch opening the chest. The left hand now comes underneath you. Top arm moves back. Inhale back through the center. And exhale, come over onto the other side. Right arm underneath you, left arm moving back. And then we're going to let the two big toes come together and your torso moves in between the two thighs. And then right hand moves out. And we're going to exhale, come through to seated once again. Let's take the soles of the feet together. And just notice yourself where you were 15 minutes ago versus where we are now. And then as you feel comfortable, just take that down to the mat. And let the legs move out. Let the arms move out. Allowing the jaw, the heart to release. And one final exhale can roll us to our sides. And from there, we'll just push up into seated position. We'll bow the head, close the eyes. Your practice is a gift, everyone. Thank you oh so much. Enjoy your evening. Namaste.